I was thinking I picked the wrong day to
Oh,
share.
really?
I got sick last night.
Oh,
It's like, we've had like a cold and cough running in the family for, I think, almost 8, 9 days. So first my daughter got sick, then my husband got sick, then my son got sick.
oh, wow.
I started feeling sick. And it's suddenly become a little cold.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
that always, a weather fluctuation is not a good thing to,
Mm, mm.
all these viruses are out in schools and everything. And
Yeah.
it's been, I think it's almost been 10, 12 days now that somebody or the other in the house has been, sick. Like once it comes in the house, when you have kids, it does not leave.
Right, right. It takes full circle in the family.
Always. No matter how much you're like, everybody, whoever is not well, stay in their room. And somehow with kids,
Yeah,
there's nothing you can do.
yeah, yeah. But
But
thank you so much, yeah, for taking time to join. Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Mhm.
We'll start in a couple of minutes. Before we start, anyone have any questions? Anything you would like to share from yesterday's meditation? If you have any questions, experiences, yeah, you're welcome to share.
At least Satya, I've started sleeping well. I don't
Oh,
know, just without sleeping pills, so that's good.
nice.
Nice. Okay, so
Wonderful. Thank you,
thank you
Ankurji, for
to you and
sharing.
Ruchita. Still,
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I think we can start. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you, everyone, for joining the session. And we have another wonderful guest today, Ruchita. She lives here in Torrance. Yeah, Ruchita, I met her 3 years ago or 4 years ago. I don't remember, but I've been keep on seeing her, and we are getting closer and closer every time whenever we talk. And yeah, thank you, Ruchita, for taking time to join today. And she's with us to share her meditation journey. Ruchita, over to you.
thank you, Satya, and it's been such a blessing to know you and learn so many things from you and all these wonderful masters. So I am going to share a little bit briefly about, myself and how I got into meditation, etc. So I have been with PSSM for about, I would say about 6 or 8 months now. I have met Satya on and off. I used to join a few of her sessions. Then I met Pari, and then I sort of developed an interest. So the past three, I would say 2, 3 years have been very, 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 very challenging for me and my family. We've gone through a lot. My husband was unwell, and then I was unwell, and there was a lot of stuff happening. So mental stability was sort of challenged at that point. And I think for all of us, a lot of us, post COVID has been a challenging time because so much happened, so many things changed, and being isolated in our houses, it sort of did, I would say, change the way we think, our brains, and the way we function a little bit. So, and I'm sure a lot of people at that point in time started seeking something. We as a family were going through a lot. I was going through a lot. I was sort of not 100% okay. I was also given antidepressants at one point in time just to, kind of get through that time. I developed autoimmune disorder also, but that was another challenge altogether. It was misdiagnosed first as, pre-cancer, and then, it turned out to be an autoimmune disorder, etc. And so it's been very, very challenging. And I started meditating. In fact, I went to one of the sessions that was near there. There are these people near my house. They have those sessions in their offices. So once I went for that session, and this was back in, I would say, back in October of last year, I went to that session. and I liked it, and I started meditating using videos, etc. I came across Chance Daga's videos, which were very inspiring to me. His whole journey, his whole, who he was and who he has become now was very, very inspiring to me. I started following him, and on a whim, one time I was talking to Pari, and I said, you know what, I want to have a session in my house, and just a meditation session, like just to explore, etc. So she's like, okay. So we set up sort of we were thinking about doing it sometimes in November. And so I was already having all of these challenges. And then suddenly I got laid off. This was about a week and a half before we were supposed to have that session in my house. And I was kind of lost. And I said, oh my God, I don't know whether I want to do this. I don't understand. But then something just kind of pushed me to do it. So we had that session in my house. We were expecting about 10-12 people. 35 some people showed up. The whole house was full. At one point I was like, where am I going to put all these people? Where are they going to sit? We don't have enough space. But it was a beautiful session. We had such a lovely time. So many people came, and all of these people were, some of them were my friends, some of them are Samira's friends. So many people showed up, which kind of made us realize that there are so many people who are trying to connect to something bigger than, themselves, and who are trying to explore, like who they are. And we were all at some transition phase, of our life. So it was really nice. And then I started meditating very, very regularly. And I used to get up in the morning to do, it in Brahma Muhurat. And so surprisingly, once, I lost my job, etc., I got COVID, and then, all this happened. And then I had a sinus infection for like 3 months right after that. So all my journey with meditation has been very, very amazing, but it has also been incredibly challenging. Like a lot of times, a lot of masters have come and said, things happen, don't stop. And I was like, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep, going on. And then I was so blessed to be able to get guidance from masters like Satya and Pari and so many people. Then I was motivated to do, there was a Reinvent 10 in English. I think that started around January 25th. So I was very motivated to start that. So I did the 40-day of meditation. And for those who don't know a lot about that, it's a slightly bigger, a little more intense version of what we do here every night. So it's more, again, because it's 40 days, they have a very specific way that they do it. They'll share certain things almost every day. In fact, what's her name? I'm forgetting her name. Who shared the Pythagorean theorem? She was
Shashi ma'am.
Shashi ma'am. So Shashi ma'am was the instructor for that one, and there were a lot of instructors from India. People from all over the world, in fact, joined those sessions, and they are very popular. In fact, the one they did after this in, I think, Telugu, they had about 400 people register for that. They had to actually call everybody and make sure they're there, because they had to plan Zoom and everything around that. So those sessions are very, very good and very, very popular. So sorry, I might sneeze, but anyway. So that actually solidified my belief in meditation a lot more, because I started to understand the science behind it, the why. It's not just, let me just close my eyes and let me just sit down. It is so much more. I feel like there is an entire world inside of ourselves that we never have the time or the opportunity to connect to, because we are so busy trying to connect with everything around us. And this is our way of checking in with ourselves every single day. How am I doing? How am I feeling today? What is it that I want to achieve in life? Or what is it that I want to become? It's not magic. It doesn't happen over time. It's challenging sometimes, and but when you are trying to change yourself and becoming somebody new, it is going to hurt. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be a walk in the park. But we made that decision that this is, I'm going to be done with this now, and I'm going to change and I'm going to become somebody else. And going back to what Ankur was saying, like, he's saying that he's sleeping well. For me, I was not sleeping at all. The sleep was the first thing to go when I was in very stressful environment. I just could not sleep. And that confused me because I am the kind of person who was always able to sleep. I would turn on the TV in the night and just go off to sleep, and the TV would keep running, and I was like, oh my God, what was I watching yesterday? That is the kind of sleep I was used to. And when that went away, it was really hard for me. But now, ever since I've started doing these 9 o'clock meditations in the night, I am, most of the days I am sleeping by 10:30, and I'm waking up like at 7 in the morning. And that was very rare for somebody like me who couldn't fall asleep or who couldn't stay asleep. So for me, the benefits have been immense. There have been challenges, yes, but I have been in a better frame of mind. Like, just like today, for example, now that I'm not well, I've had this really bad cold, and my whole day has been kind of hard, because of the cold, and there was somebody working in my house. There was a lot going on. Before this, it was very easy for me to fall apart. But because now I meditate, I have more clarity. I understand and I know, and it comes from deep down, that it's just a cold. I'm going to feel miserable today, maybe miserable tomorrow. After that, I'm going to be fine. But before this, it was challenging for me to accept. It was more like, oh my God, what is going to happen now? How am I, going to get through the next few days? How are the kids going to be? Who is going to do what? It doesn't bother me at that level anymore. And that is something that meditation has done. I have a long journey ahead of me. I already know that because my challenges have been many. But I am hopeful. I know that, it's going to get better. It's not like one day for me now. It's like day one. Every day is day one. That I know from now on, it's just going to get better. So that, in a nutshell, was my experience. Back to you, Satya. Satya, can you hear me?
Sorry, I got stuck here. Now I can hear you. You done?
Yes.
I got stuck. Oh,
I,
at the end.
oh my God, where did I get stuck?
All right. Thank you. That was very, very inspiring. Very, very energetic, very inspiring, Ruchita. I was I was going to tell you our journey has just begun,
Yes.
actually. Because we are going to travel together, we are going to work together. I can see that.
It's going to
So,
be exciting. I am looking forward. So, for those of you who don't know, there is a workshop in Sedona on Memorial Day weekend, and Satya is going. I am going, and we have a few more people joining us. And I think most of us don't know each other, so
yeah.
we are going to be staying together in an Airbnb, and I'm really excited because for me this is the first workshop. So also, for this is also something for it just seems daunting for a lot of people to want to do a workshop or go somewhere for meditation. But I personally feel like the way that shifts your mind, those dedicated 2 days or 3 days or 4 days, the way that shifts your mind is what probably maybe months of practice would do. So it's just a
Correct.
suggestion for somebody who's interested.
Right. Because you will be a complete new person.
There it is.
Bless you. Bless you.
Thank
But
you.
that was very, very powerful, very, very energetic, and very, very inspiring journey.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ruchita. I will open up for questions or anything you would like to share. Please feel free to share. She's like, you don't have to be very, very senior in this journey. She started like, 9 months ago, but she is committed and she's already seeing the results. And not only that, she's able to overcome the challenges with the ease. So that's all. Like, don't think meditation is something like something else or something that we will achieve the bigger. No, we will achieve step by step, smaller steps every day. It is very, very simple. Don't complicate it. All right. So I'll open up for any questions or anything you would like to share. Please take this opportunity and share it, or whatever the questions you have, or if you would like to share or add any points, you're welcome to add. Anyone?
Oh, great journey, Ruchita. I know you, but, we can see the changes. And I think one thing which I can say is that we all go through different times, right? So, but we are always looking for some tool. That tool can be a medicine, going to a doctor, or going or doing something which can make us happy. I think meditation is, I know a lot of people think, and when I tell someone that I'm started doing that, the first reaction is, oh, it's for old people, or oh no, it's not for is something wrong with you and all, right? So I think, but I can share, and I was asking a couple of my friends to join just to see that how the experience is. It's not that when you are in a problem or you are facing any challenge, then only you should do meditation, right? So I think that's something which we might have to still share, and I can share my journey. I don't feel that way, but yeah, I think that's where
Mm.
some of the things which we can share with the rest of our friends and all.
Right. Wonderfully said, Ankurji. Thank you.
Outlook.
Sorry, Ruchita, you were saying something?
No, I was saying since Ankur and I kind of run around in similar friend circles, what he's saying is absolutely right. I've gotten the same thing. Why? Why do you want to, meditate? Or why do you want to go for retreats? That kind of stuff that I don't think at our age people should be doing this. So these are
Yeah,
things we get almost every other day.
yeah. I'm sure because these kind of things we hear from the people who don't practice meditation. But if they practice it for 21 or 41 days, it's different. So all we can say is practice it for 41 days and then tell me. But yeah, that is true. We hear those kind of myths everywhere. All right. Anybody else? Okay. All right. Then thank you, Ruchita. Thank you so much for your time.